we will transition here into our Super Showdown prediction.
And even in your notes, you spelled super with 12 U's.
Yeah, exactly. It's like how, do you remember how Tony Chimmel used to introduce Edge? He would,
oh, God.
He would say, the rated R Superstar, and his voice would crack on the U every time. Superstar.
Yeah.
Edge.
Yeah.
That's how I pictured Tony Chimmel saying Super Showdown.
Maybe they should bring him back to announce for the Super Showdown.
Alright, so we're going to get into the card here. Lots of, there's 10 matches on the show, I think we counted.
Yeah.
It is supposed to be 5 hours long.
Don't know about a pre-show.
Yeah, there hasn't been a pre-show announced that I know of, so I imagine this is all just going to be together.
But didn't they have one in Saudi Arabia? I don't know.
I think they did, but they didn't have any matches. It was just the panel. Yeah, okay. I think so.
They might do the same thing, just an overview of the pay-per-view.
Yeah. But, we're going to go through the card, preview the match, give our predictions. The first match on this card we have is Cedric Alexander versus Buddy Murphy. And I'll also read off the betting odds for all these matches in case you're curious. Cedric Alexander is the underdog in this match at plus 140, while Buddy Murphy is the favorites at minus 180. Cedric Alexander defending the Cruiserweight title against Buddy Murphy in his hometown of Melbourne, Australia. Not just his home country. He's actually from Melbourne. So this is his home city.
Nice.
I don't keep up a lot with 205 Live, but I do watch some of the matches from now and then when I hear that something's good. And Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander had a fantastic match a while back. And I think if you give this match 20, 25 minutes, they're going to steal the show in this match.
If they give it time.
I really feel like these two can just have an all-out, really good, fast-paced match. Both of them are very capable of it. Especially with the investment that the crowd is going to have in Buddy Murphy. This could be a really fun match.
Yeah, I don't keep up with it, so it's hard for me. Now, if I'm right, Buddy Murphy, he's the one that is or was with Alexa Bliss.
Yeah. He and Alexa Bliss are still together.
Okay, so
they may be married.
I obviously cannot root for him because he's with my future wife.
Your future ex-wife.
Well, yeah, future ex-wife.
Exactly.
So I have to go for Cedric on this one.
I am going to go with Buddy Murphy. I think they changed the Cruiserweight title here in the hometown for Buddy Murphy to have that big moment for him. The crowd will definitely be into him winning, I think. So give them what they want. And I think this should open the show, too. I think this would be a great opener.
But rumor is that no titles will change hands.
Yeah,
that's just a rumor, though.
Yeah, that's one of the rumors is that none of the titles will change hands. But I think if there is any title that changes hands, it's this one. I think this is really one of the few that I can see changing.
Yeah, I can't see any other titles changing hands. Not at this pay-per-view.
Right. So
maybe later on at Evolution.
Yeah. We'll move on into Asuka and Naomi against the Iconics.
Do we even need to mention this?
The match that no one could possibly care about in their right mind, but
including the 4 people in the ring.
The Iconics are also from Australia.
That's true.
They are not from Melbourne, though. They're from Sydney, Australia.
But still
home country. And I imagine they're going to do a promo beforehand where they say how happy they are to be out of here and how much better America is or something, just to get heat.
Well, that could be, or they could just totally reverse it.
Yeah, they could just play into it, but I don't imagine they will.
Just to get the crowd going for the home country people.
Yeah. I imagine they'll start off like that, and then they'll do the whole, like, oh, I'm a baby face, and oh, wait, no, I'm a heel.
Like what Bliss does.
What Carmella's done, things like that. I just hope they don't do that with Buddy Murphy.
No.
I feel like they should just have him be the hometown hero.
Yeah, and let him lose.
Even though he is a heel.
And let him lose.
Yeah. So,
just for being on my future ex-wife.
Asuka and Naomi are underdogs here at plus 115. The Iconics are favored at minus 145.
Which doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Why the Iconics are favored?
I guess just because it's their hometown. Or home country.
That would be the only way, because I would choose the ref over them.
Yeah, I have Asuka and Naomi winning here.
Me too.
Right? Moving on, we have the New Day defending the SmackDown Tag Team titles against the Bar of Sheamus and Cesaro.
And I'm just so tired of seeing the same teams go at it every month.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not the Usos, it's the Bar. Even if the Bar has the title, it's New Day. It's just the same thing over and over. I really don't care who wins.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say New Day, but I really don't care right now.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with the New Day. They are favored at minus 600, so pretty heavy favorites.
I'm kind of hoping they'll debut a new breakfast item. I'm tired of pancakes. How about waffles?
That's sacrilegious, though, for them.
They got the Bootios, like the cereal. They got the pancakes. I mean,
maybe we can see
some bacon. Toast.
I'd like toast.
There you go.
Just regular toast. Just bread. That's it.
Just toasted bread. Toast.
Yeah. The Bar are underdogs at plus 400 for this.
Which makes no sense why they're underdogs.
Why is that?
I just think the Bar has the upper hand. I don't think they're going to win, but I don't think they're the underdogs.
Yeah, as far as betting goes, I would say they're the underdogs. But I can't imagine the New Day lose this early.
I mean, it's just, looking at it from the wrestling side and beyond the kayfabe, it's just hard to bet on who's going to win when, either team could win and it really don't matter.
Yeah. It's one of the fun things about betting on pro wrestling, though. It's just that.
Don't do it. Guess what? We already know who's going to win. Well, somebody does.
Yeah. Well, that's when the smart money comes in before the pay-per-view and the odds change.
Yeah, right before.
Yep. So up next, we have Bobby Lashley and John Cena, who will be at this show to get his payday against Elias and Kevin Owens.
He must be done filming the Bumblebee movie.
Yeah. Cena and Lashley are favored at minus 600. Elias and Owens are at plus 400.
No shock.
Yeah, I can't imagine that Elias and Owens win this.
I can't see him bringing Cena in after, 6 months? Since WrestleMania?
Well, he did the Saudi Arabia show, too.
Okay, still in April.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that wasn't.
Yeah, it was just like 3 weeks after Mania.
Yeah, so.
At the end of April.
Okay.
So, you figure 6 months? Roughly?
Right around.
Now he comes back. They're not going to let him lose.
Yeah. I have Cena and Lashley here.
Easy. Hands down.
But we'll make it a little more interesting. Who do you think takes the pin, Elias or Owens?
I can actually see it being a disqualification.
Oh, yeah?
I could see Elias or Owens.
Another lame finish between Elias and Owens and Lashley.
Because honestly, being that Cena's involved in this storyline's not going to go anywhere with the four of them.
Yeah.
Who really cares? I mean, I can see it just being a disqualification.
I'm going to say Cena pins Elias because hopefully they're going to protect Owens and do something with him later.
Maybe. We will see.
And then we have the Bellas and Ronda Rousey going up against the Riott Squad. And as of right now, Liv Morgan is advertised for this match.
Yes. As of now.
Where I don't know if they have her cleared already or if they think that she'll be ready to go by then. It could be a situation where they're not sure, and if they have to, they could make a last-minute switch.
No.
And even
Michael Cole did state that she would be there.
Yeah. And even with her wrestling this match, though, it's a 6-woman tag, so she obviously doesn't have to do the bulk of the work.
Just don't be in there when Bree's in there.
Yeah, just avoid Brie Bella at all costs.
And you'll go in there with Ronda, it's just your arm getting ripped off. It's not your head.
So, This one was a bit surprising to me, is that the Bellas and Ronda Rousey are at minus 1,000 favorites for this match, with the Riott Squad at plus 600 underdogs. So, to put that in perspective, you would have to bet $100 on the Bellas and Ronda Rousey to win 10.
Yeah, so you bet $100, you'd win 110.
Yeah, you'd get 110 back if they win. Now, and I actually like the Riott Squad in that scenario, because if I put $10 on the Riott Squad, I get 60 if they win.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's very possible that there's some sort of miscommunication between Nikki and Ronda, which sets up to Nikki and Brie turning on Ronda, and that leads to the Riott Squad getting the win. I can definitely see that happening.
Or maybe just Nikki turning on Brie and Ronda.
Yeah. I imagine they'll keep Nikki and Brie together during this, but you never know. They've turned on each other 1,000 times before.
Yeah, and they have no reason to stick together unless they're going to debut women tag titles at some point.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's no reason.
So, who do you have here?
I'm choosing Rousey to win over the Riott Squad. I don't care about the Bellas.
Just Rousey.
Yeah, just take the Bellas out of the match. Just let it be Rousey versus the Riott Squad. But no, I'm choosing the Bellas and Rousey.
What have we deferred on so far? I think we've had mostly the same. Did you have Cedric?
Yeah, I had Cedric. You had Buddy.
Okay.
And then we both had Asuka, Naomi,
and New Day, and Cena and Elias.
And then I'm guessing you're going to go with Bellas and Rousey. But
yeah, I'm going to stick with Bellas and Rousey, only because I don't imagine if the Riott Squad was going to win this, that
Rousey would be involved.
That Rousey would have beaten Ruby this Monday. I don't really
if it was
see that as a proper build to it.
If it was Natalya in there instead of Rousey, I'd have to say Riott Squad.
Yeah,
but I can't see them making Rousey lose right now.
Yeah, she's still undefeated, so they might want to protect that. But if they don't, they can have someone else take the pin, and it'll work out fine.
Yeah.
But for the sake of it, I'm going to stick with the Bellas and Ronda Rousey. Even though I do think the Riott Squad is ridiculously underdogged at plus 600, because I think they definitely could win this match.
They could. I don't see it, but I think they could.
So then we have the Shield versus the Dogs of War, the Pack, whatever it is.
The
Braun, Dolph, Drew.
B,
and yes, B, D, and D. And we have the Shield, our favorite, at minus 330, and the other three guys are plus 260 underdogs. I have got the Shield here.
I'd have to go with the Shield because of what I've read rumor-wise and what has, was supposed to happen before Ambrose was injured. I'm going to go with the Shield because I think they're going to continue that.
Yeah, I think they're going to feed into...
At least for a little while longer.
I think they've made it too obvious that they're setting up Dean Ambrose to turn heel, so that I think that because it's so obvious, he's not going to do it yet.
Exactly. Not yet. He's going to wait until everybody forgets about it.
Yeah.
And it comes as a big shock. And it's going to be a big event, like a pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm. And I do think that a good way of doing this, though, leading into the triple threat match at Saudi Arabia, I think what I would like is if Braun pins Roman here to set up going into that match that Braun has the win over him.
I would like it. I mean, I'm choosing the Shield, but I can see that. I'd like to see Braun win and beat Roman, get the pin.
Yeah, I also have the Shield, but I would like seeing that at the same time. Up next, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship. Becky Lynch defending against Charlotte Flair. Becky is at minus 200 favorite. Charlotte is at plus 160 as the underdog.
It's not that, much of a difference between the two.
Really. No, not a big difference.
One of the smallest differences.
Yeah. Charlotte isn't a heavy underdog, but she is still the underdog in this match.
Becky or Flair on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Becky. Yes. Becky wins this match.
No, hands down.
She keeps her momentum going into Evolution and everything beyond there. she holds the title for 20 years until she retires.
With the title, it'll be like the 12th different title that she has, but she'll still be champion.
Yeah. That's my scenario. Anyway.
Just watch her pull like a Medusa and just quit with the title.
Yeah. I think that Becky and Charlotte could have a really good match here.
Oh, yeah.
They did at Hell in a Cell, but it never really felt like it went into that next gear, and I'd like to see them sort of go into that in this one. Hopefully they build off that match and get a lot more stuff in. 5 hours for 10 matches. They should have enough time.
Well, yeah, but 5 hours for 10 matches, and out of 5 hours, you got like 2.5 to 3 hours of backstage interviews, in-ring interviews, video packages. What happened the last couple of weeks or months for each match? I mean, there's so much wasted time. Let the women and wrestlers have more.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. But next we have Daniel Bryan against The Miz, with the winner of this match getting a future WWE Championship match. It doesn't say when, but it just says they will have a future championship match.
Well, Royal Rumble would be the perfect opportunity because the champion isn't in the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, but that's
2 more months.
3 months away. Yeah, that'd be a long wait, but they could do that.
Or December.
You could do Survivor Series too.
Yeah. But, I mean...
Or even they could do the freaking Saudi Arabia show, too, if they want.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they wanted to. Hands down, I'm going to go with Bryan. I can't see him make... I don't know, I just can't see him not winning this.
So, Bryan lost the first match to Miz at SummerSlam with some trickery by The Miz and Maurice. And then Brie lost the mixed tag match for them. So that's 2 losses for Bryan and Miz. And I'm predicting that The Miz wins again here.
Think so?
I think that The Miz will win here, and he will beat AJ Styles for the championship. But then Daniel Bryan will win the Royal Rumble, and that'll set up their WrestleMania match for the title.
Okay.
And then Bryan finally gets the big win there.
But they could also reverse that, too. Where
Bryan's the champion and you have Miz win the Rumble.
But I could see Bryan winning the Royal Rumble before Miz.
Yeah. I think that it would be very good for me too, because Daniel Bryan hasn't won the Royal Rumble, and it's something that in 2014 and 2015 everyone wanted Daniel Bryan to win the Rumble. Yeah. They thought it was the perfect spot for him. And in one of them, he was tossed out early.
Real quick. And
in the other one, he wasn't even in the match.
Yeah.
Even though there was no reason for him not to be, he wasn't in the match. And that was when Rey Mysterio came out at number 30 and got booed out of the building because everyone wanted to see Daniel Bryan.
Which is sad because Rey Mysterio is awesome.
Rey did not deserve that. And it wasn't that the people didn't like Rey Mysterio. It was that they wanted Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, they wanted Bryan more.
Which I can't even blame them.
I can't blame him, but I can blame him for booing. You don't have to boo Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
I mean, you could.
At the same time, it's like they weren't booing Rey; they were just booing.
They were booing
creative.
Yeah,
more likely.
Exactly. They were booing that, not really Rey. But it just happened when Rey came out.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I have Miz here.
Oh wow!
I think he wins this.
So that's 2 that we've disagreed on.
Yeah.
Which ain't bad, 2 out of 8 so far.
Yeah. Pretty good. We'll see who ends up winning this.
I'm curious about how these next 2 are going to go.
So, up next we have AJ Styles defending the WWE Championship against Samoa Joe. No countouts, no disqualifications. AJ Styles is the favorite at -200 with Samoa Joe at +160. The build to this throughout was the whole Samoa Joe involving family of AJ Styles. AJ Styles is finally out for retribution here. And I can't see it going any other way than AJ winning. I think he has to win this match to properly end this storyline for him to get his just due over Samoa Joe for all that he's done. I think that is the finish here, and then AJ transitions into his next feud. with this being his third match against Samoa Joe.
I would like to see AJ's wife Wendy in the audience get a slap against Samoa Joe's face sometime throughout the match. AJ brings him over, or they're outside fighting right in front of him, and she just reaches up and bam, and the ref doesn't see it. I'd like to see something like that. Just it makes it feel like okay, well there really is a wife.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting these names. I mean, yeah, I know we've seen her on TV before, but
at
one time
SummerSlam.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, that's when he went postal.
Yeah,
on Joe. But I'd like to see a big slap in the face before AJ wins.
So you have AJ here?
I do. Don't get me wrong. Joe's a good opponent. I don't think he's championship ready.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I think Samoa Joe is ready to be champion, but I just don't think this is the right spot for it. I think they're gonna continue AJ's long reign.
I can see AJ having a CM Punk type of reign.
Yeah, and he's getting close.
I mean,
that's
longer than Brock Lesnar, but more defenses than CM Punk.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we do with Samoa Joe after this, though, because this will be 3 times in a row that he hasn't beaten Styles for the championship.
Easy. Team him up with Bray Wyatt.
Do you move him to Raw?
Yep.
That'd be a fun team, I guess.
It'd be different.
Yeah.
2 big guys. I mean, we don't have a lot of big men.
Yeah, you could put them against AOP.
There you go. Or even Braun and McIntyre against AOP.
Yeah. So, we have what will inevitably be the main event for the show.
No doubt. There's no doubt.
Even though there is a WWE Championship match on the show, I can't imagine this won't be the main event, as we have, for the last time ever,
again,
until it happens again,
yeah,
Triple H versus The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels in Triple H's corner, Kane in
Mayor Kane and Taker's corner.
Kane and Undertaker's corner. Triple H is the underdog at plus 140 for this, as The Undertaker is favored at minus 180. Chris, who do you have, and why do you have him?
I'm going Taker. Hands down, Taker. And we've talked about this before. I don't know if it was on air or not.
Mm-hmm.
But he's limited on matches.
Yeah,
they want
the amount of bumps he can take.
So, and he's got one hell of a legacy when he leaves.
Yeah,
you don't want one of his last few matches to be a loss in such a big event. You don't want that. Triple H, he can take the bumps, he can take the losses, and not be affected.
Right. Triple H has a longer career
and
than
we only
Undertaker.
See Triple H, what, 2-3 times a year wrestle?
Yeah.
Same with Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Undertaker has less time.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason, I think.
So initially, when this match was announced, I was on the same wavelength as that. I couldn't imagine that Triple H would win this match. But with the build that they've done and the involvement of Shawn Michaels and Kane, and with the rumor and that there is supposedly going to be DX versus the Brothers of Destruction at the Saudi Arabia show that they're building to.
God, I hope not.
I'm picking Triple H.
Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see the match. I would.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, we've talked about it. I don't want to see Michaels wrestle again.
Yeah.
I want him to stick to his retirement and be the only wrestler in history to do it.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. But I have Triple H winning this match.
Ooh.
And the reason being is that for us to get to the match that it looks like is going to be the destination, I think, with Michaels and Triple H against Undertaker and Kane, I think the logical thing is to have Triple H defeat The Undertaker via some sort of interference by Shawn Michaels. Whether it be a distraction, or if Undertaker
super kick or something,
or if Undertaker gets in Michaels' face and he super kicks him,
yeah.
Or if Michaels super kicks Kane and then that distracts Taker or something like that.
Okay.
I think Triple H wins, and that builds to our match for crown jewel between the 4 of them, where ultimately, I don't know if when we get there, the logical thing would be to have Taker and Kane win, but then it's like we have Shawn Michaels' first match back and a loss.
And at the same time, this Saturday is supposed to be the last time ever we see Undertaker and Triple H. Why are we going to see it in a tag match?
Well, it's a singles match.
They didn't specify. They said last time ever. That means I should never see Triple H wrestling in the same ring as The Undertaker at the same time. Tag match, I don't care if it's a battle royal. It shouldn't happen.
The end of an era that is still an era.
That was 10 years ago. Later. Maybe this will actually be the end of the era.
No, this era never ends.
No, it won't.
Undertaker is going to be 80 years old, and they're going to be rolling him out in a wheelchair for nostalgia segments.
You know it. They'll just have him on wires, and he'll just look like he's walking, but they'll just be sliding him along a railing, you know?
So that was the predictions for the WWE Super Showdown.
It's going to be good.
I imagine that there should be some fun matches on this. I don't look forward to 5 hours of this. I think there's a lot of things that we didn't need, like Asuka and Naomi against the Iconics.
Yeah.
But I do imagine there will be some standout performances and some great matches. And I look for something that will get me excited or that will have me intrigued by the end with Triple H and The Undertaker. I think that they might have something up their sleeve.
I just don't.
And some sort of big ending for this show.
I mean, I just don't want them to ruin Shawn Michaels' retirement legacy. Because if he wrestles again, he's going to be no better than Ric Flair and all the other millions of wrestlers that quit and then 10 minutes later they're wrestling somewhere else again. Or back at WWE.
He's the only one.
He's the only one that has not wrestled after he officially retired.
Yeah. And we'll get into that, I'm sure, again, more when it's not speculation and it's confirmed. But I imagine Sunday. That's where we're going.
Yeah, we may know more Sunday.
Yeah.
After we watch it Saturday, we might know what's going to happen. Maybe they'll all hug it out again like the Click did in the middle of the ring.
They could end with the same thing they did in their Hell in a Cell match where they're all at the top of the apron. Or, I'm sorry, the top of the ramp.
Oh, back in the day, yeah. Yeah, and then hugging each other and raising each other's arms. Yeah.
Except this time it'll have Kane.
Yeah. Now, what they need is a special referee.
Huh.
Somebody neutral, and I don't mean like a Mick Foley.
I was going to say, what's Mick Foley doing?
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I like Mick Foley. I'd like to see him, but I just think a regular ref is too small for this match. And get somebody that has issues with both Taker and Triple H. So there's no like one-sided.
Yeah, I mean, we speculated before this match really built that Shawn Michaels could end up being the special guest referee again.
And I thought about that too, until they mentioned Kane, and it's like, well, obviously that's not going to happen if Kane's going to be there.
Yeah,
but maybe like. The 1, 2, 3 kid will come back. Or Razor Ramon.
I mean, you could pull out Steve Austin.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if his knees could handle being a ref anymore.
Yeah, he was a ref. When was the last time he did a guest referee?
When was the last time he was on TV?
He had some stunners on Raw 25.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so that was January.
Yeah, so I imagine he can handle being a referee.
He might be able to, and I'd have to do my history, but I'm sure I know he's got history with Triple H.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much history with Taker.
He wasn't one of Taker's biggest rivals. Like, he never had a Mania match with him, but he had some big matches.
What about, like, The Rock?
That would be something.
Bringing him back just as a referee, because I know he went against Triple H and Taker.
Yeah, many times.
So that would be one good outside referee that nobody would even consider.
You could do Cena. Instead of having him in that tag match, you could have done him as the referee for this.
He could do both.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, as long as the match isn't right before the main event, he could do both.
Yeah, he definitely has history with both. That would fit the bill.
Oh, yeah.
Especially after he lost to Taker at last WrestleMania in a quick fashion.
Really quick fashion. But that's Taker's fault. Well, not his fault, but it's because of Taker.